What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Aldious. Yes, indeed. Aldious Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bob, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Zachary Loomis. This is actually Zachary's prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Zach. Hope you enjoy the show. Zach wanted to see me react to this song by Aldious called Mermaid.
Behold the mermaid!
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Aldious Official, okay? And the video has 63,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Aldious, Mermaid, music video. Is this the first music video I've actually done for them? I'm not mistaken. Every other reaction I've done for them has been to live performances. So I think this might be the actual first music video that I've seen for them. So this should be interesting. Re-uploaded. Guess they had to take it down. I don't know. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I like it. Bass player taking the lead. great time here. Back to double time. Interesting. Interesting. I like that layout actually. It's nice. We've been going along at this pace, at this tempo, non-stop. it's the beginning of the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it has been dominated by a double time feel with the snare on the upbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I like what they did here, where they've now kind of pulled back, brought it down, and let it kind of empty itself out and give it that opportunity to kind of breathe a little bit. Have the vocals kind of take the lead here, and vocals have been in the lead for the whole time, but have the vocals really kind of shine with nothing else really behind it, just as a support role only. Drums are out, drums are laying out, and I think that's probably the biggest thing for this breakdown section. It's nice. It's really nice. It was kind of needed, if I'm being honest. I mean, if this was not here, would it have hurt the score? No, I don't think it would have hurt the score, but because it is here, I think it's going to help the score overall. So, really nice call. Interesting harmony choices. Pretty big split. The old linear fade. Not something I'm used to hearing from Aldious. I'm not used to hearing a linear fade from them. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But if I'm being honest, I think this might be one of the weakest songs I've heard from Aldious. I've heard better songs from them. I've heard much better songs from them. So I'm not sure how this is going to translate to a score. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Aldious with Mermaid. This was a request from Zachary Loomis. And this was actually Zachary's prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Zach. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now because if I say this, maybe the score won't be such a shock. this was my first time not having a live performance to go along with the song. And I gotta say, there is a difference. If this had been a live performance, I don't know. It depends on how good the live performance might have been. The live performance, if it was a good live performance, it might have helped the score. It probably would have, okay? This score is based completely on the song itself. And I gotta be honest with you folks, comparing this song to other songs we've heard from Aldious, I'm just gonna come out and say it, and if I offend anybody, you know, too bad. This is probably the weakest song I've heard from Aldious from a songwriting standpoint, okay?
Son, you're on your own.
Now, here's the good news. If this is their weakest song and they're getting this score, they got nothing to worry about at all from me. Let's get to that score and you'll see what I mean. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that song a 6.7. Yep, 6.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 6.7. What does that mean? I'm going to be honest with you folks. For all those of you who've been following my reactions to Aldious, I know you're used to seeing 8s, okay? And, you know, some high 7s. So getting a 6.7, I know it can be a little bit of a culture shock, okay? But let me put you all at ease here. Listen to what a 6.7 actually means before you try to jump on me, all right? First things first, a 6.7 would equate out to a pretty good scale rating, okay? It's not bad. It's not even okay. Remember, everybody starts at 5.0, and this song went from a 5.0 up to a 6.7, so it still had a positive trajectory. So it would come out to a pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and get this, a B letter grade. That's right, B. B is in boy. B letter grade. So there you go, a 6.7, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. You see, it's not as bad as you thought. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Without a live show to help this out, this was gonna be down in the 6s for sure. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry, this song, from the songwriting standpoint, comparatively to every other song I've heard from Aldious on the channel, it just does not equal the same rating. It just doesn't. This was probably the weakest song I've heard from Aldious. But like I said, if this is their weakest song, these girls, these ladies have absolutely nothing to worry about on the channel. Because if this is as low as they're gonna get, folks, it's a 6.7. Pretty good scale rating. They have nothing to worry about. The chordal progression they had for this song, it made sense. It sounded good. It felt good. Okay, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that it was impressive. It was, even by their standards, even by their own standards, it was pretty simplistic. Same thing can be said for the melodic lines, the harmonic lines. In the vocals, I will say, when we got to the end and we did the split harmony, with her harmonizing with herself, the octave, the high note being the root, being the main melodic line, and the harmonic line being underneath it. I thought that was interesting. It's not something you typically see. Usually when you hear thirds, you'll hear the root note and then third above. They went octave high, third below. That was, you don't see that happen too often. I mean, it does happen. This happened a number of times with a number of songs, but it's not what usually happens. So that was a nice approach. I can appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that they had that breakdown section where everybody laid out other than guitar and vocals took the lead hands down. The vocals carried it from that part through until we had all the instrumentation kick back in again. Then we had the drums driving the song again. The drumming, it was nice. It was nice. I had no issue with the drumming. Having that double time feel dominantly through pretty much the entire song. There was that one section where we came down into a straight time feel, snare on 2 and 4. But for the most part, we were in a double time feel with the snare on the upbeat, on the ands, instead of the downbeat. I mean, it feels good. It absolutely does. And like I've always said about putting the double time, having the snare on the upbeats, it gives it the illusion of going a little bit faster than it actually is. It gives it a little illusionary push, and I always appreciate that. Guitar playing was clean, absolutely clean, start to finish. I heard nothing wrong, nothing was sour, nothing was dirty. Bass playing was there, holding down the foundation, locking in with the drums. Got no issue with that there. It's just nothing about this song I would say was impressive. Nothing about the song. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't even say there was really anything great about the song comparatively to everything else I've heard from Aldious, okay? I'm holding them to their own standard here. And remember, they set a really high bar for themselves. Without a live show to help, it was bound to happen eventually, folks. Listen, you can't have, you're not going to get 8s and 9s from me all the time. You're not. There's going to be songs, they're going to be up in the 8s and 9s, and there's going to be songs down the 7s, and there's even going to be songs down the 6s, and who knows, we may, down the road, we might have a song down the 5s. Even 5s aren't bad. 5s are still okay. You know, we're still in the positive. When you get under 5, when you get to 4.9 and lower, that's when you're in the negative range, okay? So let's keep everything in perspective here. Everything across the board was pretty good. I mean, I got no issue with anything. I didn't hear anything wrong. I didn't hear anything bad. I've just heard better from them. Forget other bands. Just from Aldious alone, I've heard better songs. Pretty much every song I've heard on the channel. So, yeah, 6.7. I think it's a pretty good score for what I feel was a pretty good song. In closing, no, the music video had no bearing on this song whatsoever. It's a music video. I mean, it's a promotional tool. Nothing more, nothing less. So, no, I've never used music videos in my scoring unless I am specifically told to pay attention to the music video, which I was not in this case. So, without a live show, we're down to 6.7. That's okay. Like I said, if that's the lowest we get, these ladies have nothing to worry about. So, let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 6.7, which is a pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.